All right, welcome back to another podcast, kind of recap kind of thing. Today I will be recapping the Michigan State game. Um, Obviously, from the Michigan State side of things, there's a lot of things that we could improve on drastically. Um, I just kind of took some quick notes while watching the game and my thoughts after the game. Um, let's just start off with the first couple minutes. This was an insanely high caliber defensive game. The defense to begin with for both teams was very, very good, very strong defense. Um, we did shoot some terrible, terrible shots early. I think Langford was trying a little bit too hard. I don't think Gabe Brown was trying hard enough, in all honesty. Yeah, you got to get Gabe Brown to shoot more than one time. I thought he shot. Let me check. Two times. Two times he shot one three-pointer. Langford went 2 of 10, just a bad shooting game. Watts just shooting poorly and efficiently. The only guy that you really had going for you was Henry. The next point I had was Aaron Henry on that statement dunk. That's about the only bright part of this game. Um, my next 2 points. Kithier is getting his lunch eaten, and I don't know why Izzo even had the idea of putting Thomas Kithier in, of all people. And my next point was Kithier should not play anyone taller than 6'6". Yeah, that's about it. Um, I did say Langford was killing the first half. Um, that was after the first couple shots. Another thing I did say is attack the rim. We were attacking the rim. We were not shooting 3-pointers. We only shot 9 and made none. So we were really driving it in, shooting mid ranges, attacking the rim. But again, that Michigan defense was very stout, very good. It was very hard to get even an easy bucket. There was no easy bucket. In transition, it wasn't an easy bucket. Stupid fouls early. Um, Malik Hall picked up two very fast, and then Izzo with his little signature 2 fouls, instant bench. Um, you can't pick up fouls that easy. It was a very important game. The officiating was terrible. Um, some of the worst officials in the Big Ten. Bo Bichette, I believe that is his name. He's terrible. Um, let's see what else. What else did I say? Yeah, very inefficient. I said very inefficient from the floor. Very inefficient. You'd get a turnover, and that led to no points. And it's not how you have to win a basketball game. You have to capitalize off of those turnovers. Another thing I said was to start the second half, dive for the damn ball. Your season is theoretically on the line every single damn game. Dive for the ball. I'm sick of watching people go out there and put out a half-ass effort out there. It's so infuriating to go see guys like, I'm just going to say, for example, Rocket Watts, who very bad game, very bad. Um, he didn't dive for that ball. And it kind of pisses me off because you are on scholarship to Michigan State to play basketball. And you're not going to try the most effort necessary play of the entire game of basketball is to dive for a loose ball. The 15th man in the NBA would dive for a loose ball if it means it would get him his next guaranteed contract. But Rocket Watts refused to dive for that ball, which led to the three, which led to a huge Michigan run. It just drove me insane. My next point was hustle. Hustle, hustle, hustle. It's in exclamation points, 4 exclamation points all capital. Hustle. It is so infuriating to see us walk the ball up, um, walk the ball up the court, let Michigan set up their defense, and then try to drive in and turn the ball over. It is so frustrating. I saw a couple times where Michigan would press, and because we don't have a true point guard, Henry would pass the ball in, um, and he would pass it to Langford or Watts sometimes, and they would just stand there for like 3-4 seconds. And I mean, luckily we had no turnovers because of that, because of back staying behind too long. Uh, it's just infuriating. You really, really, really just got to hustle up and down that court. And we, if we can get into the fast break offense, I mean, we could score more. I mean, it's not going to be easy whatsoever against Michigan. By no means would it have been a lot easier in transition, but in transition, Henry attacking the rim, it would have been easier than having 5-on-5 set up against Michigan. It's just not going to work out. Um, the big turning point in this game definitely was that Aaron Henry flagrant foul. You can't talk about this game without talking about that. I mean, the scoreboard is a little bit deceiving. We lost by 19, but it sure felt like we lost by 100. But if you really, really look at the box score, and if you look at the first half splits compared to, the full game, Michigan went into halftime up 11. They only outscored us by 8 points in the second half. Now, this is relative numbers to them not playing their starters, them sitting key players, and maybe not trying as hard. I would think that were still trying to score a bunch of points because it is Michigan State. No matter what, you got to dog the opponent when you can get the chance. We only lost the second half by 8 points. Realistically, you would hope that when you have to, you didn't even have to, but when you sit Aaron Henry, you have 12 other guys on scholarship for a reason. There's a reason these guys are going to Michigan State and playing basketball on scholarship for free. Most of them. It's because they're pretty good basketball players. So why does it just have to be the Aaron Henry show? Why can't Langford show up and score 20? Why can't Gabe Brown show up and score 20? Or Rocket Watts, why can't he go score 15? Why can't Hauser go out there and be efficient from the floor, make a couple shots, play decent defense? Kithier, go out there, make a couple plays on defense, make 1 or 2 baskets. Marcus Bingham, go out there, make 1 or 2 baskets. Julius Marble, go make 1 or 2 baskets. Malik Hall, go make 1 or 2 baskets. I mean, if everybody on your bench could give you 6 points a night, I mean, for as many guys as we have that are on scholarship, that are highly recruited, that don't play like they are high recruits, it's mind-boggling. I mean, nightly you have to have Aaron Henry score 20, 30 to win. Rocket Watts scored 6. Langford scored 6. Bingham 2. Kithier none. Gabe Brown 2. You need at least 10 from Gabe Brown. Matty Sissoko scored 8. And he played straight garbage time minutes. But you know what? He went out and scored 8 points. That's more than, let's see, any other big had. Marble had 4. Bingham had 2. Hauser had 6 on terrible shooting splits. 0 of 3 from the three-pointer again. So, I mean, if you really... He had more points than Bingham and Marble combined. He had more points than Malik Hall, who played a total of 10 minutes. I don't know why Malik Hall gets no run. I really don't. I would honestly rather have Malik Hall on, um, you know, I don't know. I wouldn't put him on Dickerson, but I'd rather have him on Livers and put Henry on Wagner. It's a better matchup, and then you put Bingham on Dickinson. But there's no easy answer for this, or else Michigan State, Tom Izzo would have discovered that. I think for the next matchup, I think you bench Rocket Watts. I truly do. I think that's a statement. I think that's a wake up call. I think that's a, hey man, if you want time here, if you're gonna play here, if you want to even consider making it to the next stage in basketball, the NBA, you really got to step it up. I heard today that he had a pretty good practice, and Izzo was impressed, and he's got to coach him better. And I agree, but we will see. I think Hoggard should get the nod for the start on Sunday. It's not easy. This is where it would be really nice to have Lawyer. He's not going to do anything crazy, but if we did have Lawyer, it wouldn't have changed this game a whole lot. Maybe we make 1 or 2 3-pointers, or maybe it changes the game completely. I mean, you never know. One player isn't going to change completely, but it would have been nice to have Lawyer, who's a more stable point guard. The next thing I just wanted to say is it's going to be a war on Sunday. It is going to be an absolute war. It is going to be a battle. If Michigan State can win, we've all but locked up our chances of going to the tournament. I mean, if we win, I don't see a chance that we don't make it. I think that resume would be too good. It would be pretty scary, though, if we lost here, had to go against Maryland in the Big Ten tournament, and lost first. We're sweating out Selection Sunday. We are very much sweating out Selection Sunday. You got to come ready on Sunday. That's another point I had. You got to put on your hard hats. You got to get ready to work. It's got to be that 2004 Detroit Pistons back to work kind of mentality. Nobody thinks you can win. Only inside this locker room, those are the only people that are giving you a chance. And I wouldn't be surprised if we win on Sunday. I'd be very happy. And I wouldn't be surprised if we lost by 20 again. I mean, we showed that we could hang with this Michigan team. But Michigan also showed why they are number 2 in the nation, and we are unranked and a bubble team. 2 quick points I want to get to before I go. The auto bench sucks. It just sucks. Player picks up 2 quick fouls in his auto benches. It sucks. I mean, Henry 2 fouls, picks up that flagrant the auto bench. He had 2 fouls. He finished the game with 2 fouls. I mean, you can't just sit your best 2 players. What happens if the next game on Sunday, Henry picks up an early foul, then gets an offensive foul? That's 2 quick fouls. What are you going to do? Bench him? What if Langford picks up 2 quick fouls? What if Gabe Brown picks up 2 quick fouls? Who are you going to put in? I mean, it sucks. I understand why. You really have to keep the fouls in check. I think Sunday will be a lot better officiated game, personally. But if we do see the 2 quick fouls, like Malik Hall, he got 2 quick fouls, and I don't remember seeing him on the floor again. And I don't know why Malik Hall is being treated like this. It kind of reminds me of Aaron Henry when he was just a young freshman, sophomore, and he would do something stupid, and Izzo would just bench him for a long-ass time. and just didn't know why. But Henry had to come back out because he was the best defender. But Malik Hall just doesn't get a shot. I mean, I would not be surprised if some of these guys transfer. Especially after this season, I wouldn't be surprised if a couple of these guys transferred, in all honesty. And the last thing I did want to talk about here, um, I just wanted to say congratulations to Michigan. It's hard to see another team win a Big Ten tournament or a Big Ten championship against you, but I know there's been times where we've done this exact same thing to other teams. Um, just congratulations, Michigan, on a great year. I don't think you guys need this next win, so maybe just sit a couple starters and try to win the tournament. Obviously, that won't happen, but just one more thing. Sorry about this, but one more thing. Um, Hauser and Kithier. It's very tough. I think Kithier shouldn't see the court Sunday. Unless Dickinson is out, I don't think Kithier needs to touch the floor. And Hauser, if you can get him in those key spots like he was for I believe it was Ohio State game, where he just came in and he was really consistent and really good for a couple minutes, and then you took him out before he was a menace on defense. You have to be very careful when you're playing Hauser, because he can be a very big asset, and he can also be a very big liability on the defensive side, which will give up a lot of points. There has not been one player this year that has not scored on Hauser. All you got to do is drive in on him, and the kid just turns the ball over. Or drive in on him, and he just gives up a bucket, or as soon as he gets double teamed, he turns the ball over. But yeah, I think limited Hauser minutes would be good. Limited Kithier minutes, like this game he played 2, and I think that was too many. Next game he probably needs to play 1 or none. And look, hopefully we can snag one on Sunday. It would be pretty big. 0 of 9 from 3. 0 of 9 from 3. Gotta hope that we can hit one. All right, guys. That'll do it for today. Go green. Thank you.